For most of my life, my posture has been pretty bad. I can't lie, that's how most people are because they're spending all their time on their phone, leaning over like this, or working on a laptop, eating food, doing whatever. Their posture sucks. Most people's posture is shit. The reason why I want to get my posture good is a multitude of reasons. One, I think you look a little bit silly with really bad posture. You just look unaesthetic. As simple as that. Another thing is makes me a more confident 6 foot. I know I'm about 183 centimeters, but having proper good posture, that puts my height to about 184, 185 when I'm standing up straight, and who doesn't want to be taller? As well as that, I think I look far more aesthetic, especially when it's my base physique. And when I mean by base physique, I don't mean me flexing and doing all this, it's just how I look day to day in the mirror. With my posture improved, my physique has improved dramatically in the aesthetics, if that makes sense to you guys. I'll show you guys a photo. To make it simple, there's two areas of your posture that I want to cover. It's the standing and the sitting. I'm sitting down right now, and obviously sitting is quite important because a lot of people's jobs is sitting, or whether it's playing video games, whether it's watching TV, your posture is quite important. Now, I actually found something really interesting. There is no set perfect posture. Everyone has their optimal posture that they like and that's suited for them. So for example, some people might be leaning forward a little bit more or leant back more, or they're going to be drooped down with their shoulders. This is not necessarily bad, it just looks unaesthetic. It's quite easy to have good posture when sitting because you have back support like this chair that's helping you keep your back straight, your butt straight, etc. Now obviously it's natural for you to move around and change your posture. If you're not changing your posture the whole time, you're doing something wrong. You should be changing your posture every 15 to 20 minutes. It's kind of natural for you to readjust, whether it's sitting straighter or just rolling your shoulders back. A little bit of a readjust is completely normal and natural. I'm not too worried about my sitting aesthetic because the only time that I'm sitting down usually is by myself. I'm not sitting down with friends, with family, with girls, etc. The only time I'm really sitting down is in my room, or obviously if I was working at an office job where I would be sitting down. Those are the only other times I could imagine myself sitting down. So obviously when standing, your main thing is to look aesthetic. That's the whole goal that I'm trying to make this video, is how you can improve your posture, which in turn improves your aesthetic. If you're walking around and you're standing up, just like all bent over with your shoulders back like this, or you're going like this, you look goofy. I can't lie, I've looked goofy plenty of times. Plenty of my friends have got a classic posture that they go to where they lean forward like this and look goofy. Simple as that. Now obviously, in order to improve your aesthetics, there's a couple things that you can do. For me, I like to have my shoulders back, not too far, enough where I can almost feel like the muscle is contracting. This helps bring my lats out more, especially when I'm looking in the mirror. I can see, hey, look how big my lats are compared to before. When your shoulders are rolled forward, you can't really see them as much. Now, another big thing is not necessarily to really puff your chest out, it's more so bring your chest out. A lot of people will have this flat looking chest, and I'm pretty guilty of having a flat chest myself because I don't know, my chest doesn't like to grow too much. But what I've realized is a lot of it has gone down to my posture. If you have bad posture, your chest is not going to look good. And obviously, if you're really big in your chest, there's not much to worry about. But for someone like me who's got a smaller chest, it is so much more important to have my posture better than being all leant over like this. It's just common sense to me that my chest needs to be out more, my shoulders need to be back, my back needs to be flexed. That's pretty much it. There's 3 simple steps there. You have your shoulders back, your back leaning back like this, and your chest out. And obviously it shouldn't feel uncomfortable to do it. It should feel normal and natural. You shouldn't be like having your posture be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be uncomfortable at all. You got to ensure that it is comfortable enough for what you want. And obviously you could be aesthetic, like leaning all the way up, putting your chin up, but that's gonna hurt. That's not gonna make any sense. So I think it's really important that you find what's comfortable for you and what looks the most aesthetic for you, because fixing your posture is really important. Now, in order to fix your posture, you got to do a couple exercises to help you. So this is where my area of expertise is working out. And when I work out, I don't necessarily think, oh, I need to do a session where I train my posture. I'm not going to tell you, oh, work out these 10 exercises, put that into your routine. You have a single day where you look at your posture. This is a thing that shouldn't take 5 minutes a day, if that. And I would implement it either at the end of a gym session or at the start of a gym session, something like that, where you can just get it done in 5 minutes and do it, 4, 5, 7 days a week if you're working out 7 days a week. But it's not imperative that you do it every single day, because it's a little bit silly, in my opinion, to go to the gym to do those certain things. So I think the most important exercise for me anyways, and the one that I've been doing the most, is just called a dead hang. I think I've mentioned it a few times before on my channel, but a dead hang is probably one of the best exercises you can do. For one, it lengthens your spine out, if that makes sense. It's quite important for you to do these dead hangs. Not only does it decompress your spine, it also lengthens your back out and improves a few other things. You're also going to improve your grip strength by doing it. And I just think it's one of the best exercises you can do. Now, obviously the two other exercises I think are very important, but this is the main one that I do every single day, because I've got some bars at home where I can just lean out, let my lats spread, let everything decompress. That's the most optimal, in my opinion. And obviously there's multiple exercises to hit the upper and the lower back, but this is the best one you can do. If you're going to do any one, I would recommend doing this one. This one is pretty much imperative that you do, regardless if you're trying to fix your posture. It's just good. Now, Kyle, you're probably saying, oh, I can't hang on a bar. Okay, there is a bit of a solution for you if you can't hang on a bar. Just get your feet touching on the floor a little bit, give you a little bit of extra support, but still do the same thing, hanging your best. And whether it's getting your toes to touch on the bottom of the floor, you're still doing the exercise. And if you're very good at just hanging at the bar, just hang on it for an extra minute. I do about a minute to 90 seconds, and that's enough. That literally is nothing. That's how long it takes for you to watch one Instagram reel a day, scrolling on your phone. So you have plenty of time to do this. There's no real excuses why you can't be doing this exercise. So I didn't understand the importance of my glutes before watching some YouTube videos and doing some research on how to improve my posture. But essentially, the glutes are going to allow you to stand tall, and they're also really important for doing other things in your daily life. Your glutes is also going to support your lower back a lot more. And now for me, I didn't realize this until I started exercising it, that my quadriceps and my hamstrings are much stronger than my glutes. Your glutes are supposed to be your second strongest muscle in your body, and I really don't think my glutes are strong enough. Now obviously I think my glutes are strong, but they're not as strong as in the other proportions like my quads or my hamstrings, because my glutes have been underworked. Now, how and why am I improving my glute strength? Obviously because I want to stand up taller and not have lower back pain after sitting down for like 4 hours or 5 hours or standing up for too long. Recently I've got my job, and when I do an 8-hour day, my back is very sore, just the lower back, and obviously bitch because I'm complaining about it, but I'm 19 years old. I shouldn't really need or feel that I have lower back pain, etc. Now I'd obviously recommend the hip thrust. This is going to be your best exercise to do it and improve your glutes. Now, you don't have to do this every single day. Would I recommend doing it every single day? Me personally, no. I'm just trying to add it into my workout at the end of every session, where I just do 2 sets, decently heavy, not too much. I'm just progressively overloading and working my glutes in. And obviously, if I were to hit my legs all the time, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But adding these sets of hip thrusts in is very important for me. And I feel like it's going to be very important for you guys, because once you figure out that your glutes are supposed to take over a lot of the strain on your quads, your hamstring, you get a lot less tighter as well. I've had notoriously tight hamstrings, still are tight, but I'm getting better. And now that I'm having my glutes activated a lot more, it's much better, and they're less tight now. Crazy. So in order to also stand tall in your upper back, you want to train your deltoids. I know how basic this sounds, but a lot of people will skip out on training their delts. And probably one of the best exercises for this, I'd say, is face pulls. Yeah, face pulls. Face pulls are very good. Would I use face pulls personally? Yes. It's great for your rear delts. As well as that, you can do other exercises I'll show you guys in a second. It's one of my favorite exercises where it's kind of like a face pull where you're just pulling out like this. And like obviously a face pull is done with a rope like this, but with this exercise I'm able to hit my delts more, I find, but it is a variation of a face pull. That's pretty much the video, guys, just me talking about how to improve my posture. I got my inspiration from Ali Abdaal. I watched one of his videos and then I watched a few other videos to see how I could improve my posture. Now, if you guys are watching to the end, do appreciate it. Hopefully this video has done half decent as it is algorithm based. So other than that, see you guys in the next one. Much love and bye. We got an interesting series coming pretty soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. See ya.